opportunity for us to play a top 50 RPI team at this stage of the season. It's hard to find that. When you try to find those games in the non-conference portion of your schedule in November, December, and to have one in February it's a huge positive. I think anybody that watched that game, hopefully committee members that watched that game, came away impressed with both teams. Certainly, Long Beach State is an NCAA tournament team.
When you hear people, they'll say, "Oh, that win, they're in." What's your reaction?
I don't pay any attention. If a week from Sunday we're still talking about that we're in, then we know we're in a good place, because that means we finish the season with a good week. We need one more good week. If we have another good week, I think we've got a great chance to be in the tournament, regardless of what happens in St. Louis.
How much did a game on national TV or prime time like that sell Creighton around the country?
Hopefully it got rid of a few feelings that came from the previous national televised game we had against Wichita State. Obviously we didn't play very well against Wichita State. Part of that was us, part of it was Wichita. I like the way our guys responded, because really the Long Beach State game was very similar to the Wichita game in a lot of ways. We got ahead early, they came back, they took an 8-9 point lead, and we just wouldn't let them get that next push like we did against Wichita, and we kept chipping away, and finally made our run at the end. I think anybody that watched that game, whether in person or on television, understood that they were watching two very good basketball teams.
There was a point where I saw you get about as emotional as I've seen you, with the fist pumps at the crowd and a great moment with Doug at the end. It felt like you really wanted that one, and how good did that one just feel, just to win that ball game the way you did?
Well, we really felt like we let our fans down against Wichita. We had an electric environment to start that game, and we didn't produce the way we were supposed to produce. So for us to be able to figure out a way to come back and win that game in front of another great crowd, I think was important for our program in a lot of ways. Not only for what it could possibly mean in the postseason, but just as a thank you to our fans for the way they've supported us throughout the year.
Antoine's final home game tomorrow night. Can you talk what he has meant to this program in the 2 years you've been with him?
Yeah, obviously I can only speak to the 2 years, but he's been remarkable. He's had to really play two different roles on the team, his junior season and his senior season. His junior season, we needed him to score every night. If he didn't score every night, we were going to have a hard time winning. This season, he has become more of a distributor, who has also shown the ability to score, but also has become more of a leader, which we desperately needed as well. So, I think you validate a point guard's career, whether they win or lose, and hopefully we can finish this season on a positive note, and Antoine can be remembered as a guy that took his team to the NCAA tournament.
What ways have you seen him show that?
I think he's been more vocal than he's been, which is good to see. That's encouraging to see. And he's got a better feel for his teammates. Obviously, he's played with most of these guys for 2 years, so he's in a little bit better position to lead. Just his actions day to day, what he's doing in the locker room, what he's doing away from the playing field, has been outstanding.
You've touched on this before, but the other guys, the seniors, the guys who don't get many minutes, how valuable have they been to their success?
They've been incredible. Ross and Derek and Matt they're the leaders of that scout team, and they've consistently done everything we've asked them to do. Never complained about the role that they played. Really, they've really embraced that role with a lot of enthusiasm, and they totally understand their value to this team and how important them doing their job is to our success.
You mentioned the other night about Austin's contributions, especially on the defense. When you went back and watched tape, was that even reinforced?
Absolutely. He got under Casper Ware defensively and was able to keep him in front for the most part. He'd take a couple challenge shots, and most importantly, he did it without fouling him, which is really critical when you're guarding a guy like that in a situation where they're shooting free throws with every foul. So, Austin really gave us a lift. He's played his best basketball the last 2 or 3 weeks of the season.
The manner in which you guys won your games last week with the record shooting performance against Southern, and to have the last second shooting against Long Beach, how much result do you think that gives you guys as you come into the final stands?
Well, it's human nature to feel a little bit better about yourself when things are going well. This group stayed pretty grounded through our success in the first 23 games, and they didn't change their approach much when we had the 3-game losing streak. So I would anticipate more of the same this week. We have to have a business-like approach to what we're doing and have a good practice today, and hopefully have a good showing tomorrow.
Greg, we always hear about swagger on teams, and it seems like kind of maybe during that 3-game losing streak, maybe the swagger went away a little bit. I sensed more that swagger was back late in the game against Long Beach State. Could you almost sense that and kind of describe what that does for a team?
It's hard to have swagger when you can't make a shot. I mean, that's the bottom line. And it was good to see our guys continue to play with confidence the other night, even though we weren't making perimeter shots. But we shot an unbelievable percentage inside the 3-point line when we got the ball into the paint off the dribble, where we got it to the post. I think we were 25 or 37. So we were scoring enough baskets besides the 3-point line to give us confidence offensively. And fortunately, we had a good defensive stance at the end of the game.